Alright, trading recap for the 3rd of November. -2 our day. Traded Timus, FCell, Capri, Advi. Yeah, I just finished up with an hour left. So my first trade was this 1 minute ORB breakup. Looked super strong. And I took it for the break of high a day, and it just rocket shipped. So this, if I should have just quit my day right here, to be quite honest. And then I went over and traded a curl down on it, which is essentially where it fails to break higher and then it curls under VWAP, kind of makes a retest. I thought this was the retest, and then I took it short. I took it short here, and I had an average around here, and it screwed around the rest of the day. Looked like it wanted to go and stop you out, then it looked like it wanted to fall, did it on no volume, then it came back up, looked like it wanted to stop you out, then it immediately fell. And once it threw these hammers, I just got out of break even. I said, this is stupid. It's impossible to read this thing. There's no volume, no one cares on it. So I wish I wouldn't have even touched it. And then I traded FCell. FCell I got ripped. So $9 was the level, and I wanted to take it short. Actually, I wanted to take it long off a 9. 9 was right here, and it broke 9, and I said, okay, well, if it broke 9, then it's probably gonna just tank. So I took it on a 2-minute 3-bar play, kind of like short, no volume on the longs, no one wanted long, and short again, and then a resting candle, and I took it short, and I said, like, I remember saying, like, right here at 880, I'll take it short, before the low of the day. If I would have waited one more penny, it would have been fine. And I right away noticed, as soon as it hit 880, the tape just went pure green, and I right away hit the thing, and it was already up here, and then I got the rest of it stopped out. So, and then it just, yeah, that was a total short rip, completely. In hindsight, I thought it was low enough that it had broken 9 enough that it was down, that it was gonna just, but I read that completely wrong. Timus, FCell, Capri. This thing had earnings. This was a 1 minute. Oh yeah, what did we do now? This always does this to me lately. Um, 1 minute 3-bar play, bounced off the 6120 hard, and then kind of was making higher lows, and gave it a really wide stop under low of day. I could have gone under here too, or somewhere in here. Should have been the reasonable level, but I was really unsure of this trade, and it just straight up. It had no volume. It just did this initially without any volume, and then I was looking for pre-market high, and I basically took most of it. I set my stop right under this consolidation in case it ripped more. I think I handled it pretty well. And then I decided to do a curl down on this one as well, and I got ripped on it. So it failed to reclaim VWAP, failed again, so I took it short, and I thought it was gonna just tank, and it looked good for a bit. And this was a mistake. This was a complete mistake with my hotkeys. Looked good again, like I wanted to curl down, and then boom, full stop out, and whatever. Timus, FCell, Capri, 8TVI, Activision. This thing I traded terribly, and I'll be the first guy to admit it. So I thought it had a potential to gap fill, had earnings. earnings, gap down quite a bit. So I took it on like a 5-minute 3-bar play long. It was just extremely, oh my goodness, extremely wicky to the short side, so he took a long for the break of this consolidation, and it immediately ran. I stopped him out because I was looking for it to just come to this open price, and then when it went way below the open price, and I stopped him out. Then I re-added once it came back above, so I thought this is just basically a buy setup, a retest, and I got in again. Took a tiny little profit just in case, so I could kind of nullify this. And then this was a 1-minute 3-bar play, and I thought I could add in, stop out some more. Then I added in again, thinking like this was it. Then I stopped break even. Then I set a range order if it broke the high of the day, and I got in. And it just kept looking like it was gonna. And then I saw them turning shares here, and like they kept trying, like people kept trying to push it, and they kept just slamming it over and over and over again. And I saw this trend line from pre-market, and I said, nah, they're not gonna let it. So I just stopped it out, which was obviously the right move. Then I tried for a curl down, because I'm like, okay, well, if it's not going higher, kept trying to get through VWAP, couldn't get through VWAP. So I took it lower here, thinking that this was gonna just add it in, stop out. Yeah, whatever. I can't read these near the end of the day. This is just unbelievable. It also has 90% IO, so I saw that I noticed it had 90% IO right up here, and I said, nah, just get out. Like, there's not a chance of letting it through. They're just messing with, like, they would keep peekabooing it in by a penny or two every single time. Just sucking in longs. I honestly should have seen it, but too late. What else is there? FSR was on my list. I was looking at it. It had a catalyst. I was looking at it long. Didn't really have a thing on it though that I could trade. A strategy. PFE had no news, but I thought it had a decent chance of running because of yesterday. Didn't do anything for me. I couldn't read BBBY. It had, I think, earnings, I thought. But in any case, it just tanked off the open. Put in like a good, put in a good 2 ATR day. FCell went through APUH. This thing had earnings, and it just kind of did ATR without me being able to do anything with it. ECRX had earnings, gap down. Here hit the liquidity zone, did double ATR. Yeah, I just couldn't take it on anything. Timus Lemonade, Lemonade, it had a 30% short float, and I thought it could short squeeze. Low IO, like 30%. It had really sucky volume, like really sucky volume. It was like, yeah, 60,000 shares, and I just wrote volume, like don't take it, but I would have otherwise would have loved to have taken this thing long. And it can do sometimes 5x the ATR, so I kind of did the math, and from where it opened, I thought this could have been the runner, but apparently not. Capri and Lyft. Well, we're getting into the closing. We are in the closing hour, so this thing had earnings and just right off the hop. Then I was looking at taking this thing